Alright, Derek says, of all these self-indulgent things. Haloni says, Mefina is winsome, is she not? We all think of her as our youngest sister. Winsome? Baby Oppo Oppo. Ook, ook.
Yeah.
In heavenly company, Menfina is fairly bouncing up and down in her eagerness to set forth. Menfina says, well, what are we waiting for? Let us seek out the marks at once. Derek says, yes, yes, no need to be so hasty. Derek says, shall we then, Klaudez? The nearest mark is Thaliax, just outside in Mordona. If my memory serves, it overlooks the lake at a place called Rathfrost. Urged on by the eager Menfina, your motley party sets forth for your designated marks of the 12. The first is that of Thaliac, which overlooks Silvertear Lake at a place called Rathfrost. Okay. We've been here before. Halone says, this is indeed the place. Menfina says, do you like traveling, Klaudez? I adore it, and not simply for its own sake. It's an important way to perform one of our foremost duties, you see, peering into the hearts of mortals. Okay. Derek says, now then, we're to hold out an instrument to the stone. Would you care to do the honors here, Klaudez? Not holding the stone out.
We're tuning.
The instrument vibrates rapidly. What? Alone says, "'Tis done. The information held in the stone has been etched." Menfina says, as Altic said, these stones are eternal. No matter their shape or location, their nature is unchanging. Together with the monument in the Oompa Loompas, they have remained the same since time immemorial. Aloni says, "'Twas the love that men bear for us and we for the star that compelled us to create the monument and the stones. And though men do not know the truth of the stones, they offer them prayer. This act is a manifestation of your bond with us, while the stones are a manifestation of our bond with the star." Menfina says, "And so, by praying to the stones, you effectively cultivate a bond between yourselves and us and the star. Delightful, is it not?" Derek says, "Though we appreciate your eagerness to talk, perhaps we should save some conversation for the destinations to come. If we linger too long in any one place, we are liable to be late to reconvene with the others." Alone says, "Then let us make for the central highlands of Questline. Within the Fury's gaze, my own mark awaits." Derek's acting a little bit sus.
Yes.
That,
a little bit.
He's like, hurry up or something. Like, I don't want to be here. I don't know.
Hurry up, my apologies function.
Upon arriving at Thaliac Stone, you promptly commit the information it holds to your instrument. Menfina and Halone then take the opportunity to speak about the stones, explaining that they were created due to the love men bear for gods, and the love gods bear for the star. Your business thus concluded at the first location, you set off for the next, the Mark of Halone, located within the Fury's gaze in the central highlands of Questline. Okay, let us go. Let's talk to them. Menfina says, "There is nothing like taking to the road with agreeable company. Do you not agree?" Alone says, "In this land where mankind's faith in me is strong, I cannot help but feel uplifted." The baby Oppo Oppo shivers uncontrollably in the cold. Yo, that Oppo Oppo kind of sus too. That's Halone's mark, yeah, the spears. Derek says, "There it is, the mark of the Fury. It wouldn't do to burden you constantly. I shall extract the information this time." Memphina says, looking back, Haloni, you've grown noticeably more imposing this past millennium. There are also more statues in the Heaven of Ice. Memphina says, ooh, but an idea occurs to me. Klaudez, this time I want you to share what you know about the worship of Halone. I dare say it will be interesting to hear what mankind thinks of her from your perspective. You often hear Halone's name invoked in battle. The Ashgardian Orthodox Church is the heart of the faith and the fury. Invoked in battle. Halone says, yes, ever did I feel the people's fervent desire to be strong, that they might protect that which they hold dear. Memphina says, well, how very fascinating. 'Tis a fine thing indeed to hear directly from mortals. Still, as much as Halone loves her children, it troubled her to see them at war with the dragons, to see those who share the stars spill each other's blood. Halone says, as you should well know, Memphina, it isn't our place to judge the faith of mortals. Even when we lend them our aid, we must refrain from intervening in their affairs. Halone says, lest there be any doubt, mankind's faith in us is mankind's alone. By your prayers, our forms have become that which they need to be. Derek says, apologies for the wait. Memphina says, acquired the information, have you? Excellent, let us proceed to the next mark. Mine. As I recall, it lies near the steel vigil by the cliff west of the entrance. Follow me. Wait, who did we do first? This was Halone. Who did we do first? Thaliak. Thaliak, I think. While Derek extracts the information from Halone's stone, you tell your accompanying gods that you know of the worship of the Fury. With great enthusiasm, Memphina then sets off ahead of the party for the third and final mark, her own, which lies by the cliff west of the steel vigil. Okay. Hey, Memphina. Okay, I have a feeling something bad's gonna happen. Memphina says, well now, aren't we quick? My mark lies just ahead. Let's wait for the others and then continue together. Memphina says, oh look, someone's praying. How delightful to see one of my faithful children. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Oh, Red Robed Man says, oh benevolent goddess, grant me deliverance, I beseech you, save my soul. Uh-oh. You're the one who was hunting down the lambs of Dalamud. I knew it. Knew you wouldn't stop till you've dealt with every last one of us, and now you've come for me, to think that this is her will. The lambs of Dalamud, Derek says? They are the cult that appeared prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity, are they not? In the name of their faith, they abducted and sacrificed innocent souls and did not fear death. The lamb says, I've committed no crimes, I swear it, Memphina as my witness. In the beginning, we simply prayed to the twin moons, for Dalamud to one day shepherd our souls to the bosom of his mistress. But it all changed when Dalamud began turning red. More and more of us began believing that he was our savior. That we must prove our loyalty with our lives, else we would suffer eternal damnation. Derek says, so that's how your group took it on its fanatical ways and came to be branded a dangerous cult. And at some point, I assume you were tasked with hunting them down? The lamb says, I used to be a merchant in Ul'dah, but timid as I am, I struggle to survive in that cutthroat world. That's why I turned to Memphina. I wanted to bask in her gentle acceptance and gain courage from her strong and faithful hound. They were my solace, the only way I could be at peace with myself. But they took it from me, my fellows who committed those horrible deeds and those who reviled me as one of them. They took it away. Reveled? You're strong, aren't you? Grant me deliverance, I beg you. Judge me and show me the way.
Do you know the way?
I just can't bear it anymore. What good is a god I can't see who won't grant me a thimble of succor no matter how much I pray? Uh-oh. Derek says you mustn't seek in men what you seek in gods. Strong as he is but a mortal. Like you, he is made of flesh and blood and possessed of his own will. Nothing more, nothing less. It avails you not to raise others up while belittling yourself. You are your own person with a path of your own to walk. Even should you be taken by despair, that you are here now makes you no different from this man. So believe me when I say all will be well. Keep your faith in Memphina, believe in her love and grace, and you will surely learn to love others as well as yourself. The lamb says, please forgive me for my unseemly outbursts. I had been feeling lost and all my anguish came spilling out. Oh, it's not bad. It was Memphina herself who brought you here, I'm certain of it, to encourage and guide me. Taking your words to heart, I'll try searching for a new path. Derek says, should you feel lost again, take to the road. See what is out there, learn how others live and think, and you are bound to find your way. Memphina says, blessings be upon you on the road ahead, dear child. The lamb says, did you say something?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Was me. As you approach the mark of the lover, you encounter a man leaving it. He is revealed to be a former member of the Lambs of Dalamud, the doomsday cult which emerged prior to the calamity. Though he did not share the fanatical views of his fellows, he suffered as a result of their murderous actions and had become disillusioned with his faith. Thanks to Derek's words of guidance, however, he is able to find renewed hope amidst his despair. Alone says, your faith in us can harm as well as heal, but never forget that faith belongs to mankind and mankind alone. Memphina says, that child will be fine, I am certain of it. Ook. Derek says, unsolicited though it was, I don't regret saying those words to him. He needed to hear them. But come, Klaudez, it's this time it's your turn to extract the information. Oh yeah, this is where the shield is, too. What's his name?
I was almost going to say Tancred.
No, the guy.
Hotchafon.
A Hotchafon, yeah. I forgot this is where they put it. His tomb. His gravestone.
Yeah.
The instrument vibrates rapidly. Memphina says, forgive me, Klaudez. I fear I've caused you trouble. I'm relieved to know that you truly are strong in body and spirit both. Far be it from me to ask this of you, but please do not hold it against that child. We do not wish for our existence to bring grief to our children, yet no matter which faith, we are who we are because of those who believe in us. My hound is no exception. He was born when men came to worship the object their ancestors cast into the heavens. We are not all powerful, we can't grant all of mankind's wishes. Nonetheless, we always hear you. No hope is too small, no prayer too faint. I just wanted to make that clear, lest you forget we love mankind dearly. Still nothing's gone wrong yet. Alone says, among us 12, Memphina is the most approachable to mortal kind. 'Tis one of her positive traits. Memphina says, suffice it to say we love you too, Klaudez. Aww. Divine non-intervention. Something appears to weigh upon Derek's mind. Derek says, with this we have completed our task and may return to the Oompa Loompas. Yet I can't help but think about Kryl. Raratia seemed to be worried about her, did he not? 'Twas as if something weighed on her mind, though she is in the company of deities, I find myself worrying too. Whatever it is, there's only one way to find out. Yes, I suppose so. If there are no objections, let us seek out Kryl. Memphina says she has headed to the 12's Wood with Nuffica and Bergot, yes? They are presently too far away for us to sense, but we should be able to locate them once in the forest. Derek says, I see. In that case, let us make for Gridania.
Who was my god again?
Press your character sheet.
I don't think we've seen this one yet.
Which one?
Wait. No, wait. We have seen it.
Oh.
Taliak?
Have we seen Thaliak?
That was the one with the sister, right?
No, that's Alsik.
Oh, okay. Then we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen Thaliak yet. What is his title? Thaliak...
The Scholar.
The Scholar? Who's a Destroyer? There's a Destroyer, right? Or is that Ralgar?
I wouldn't know.
Alright, we'll find out. Having finished visiting your destinations, Derek expresses his concern for Kryl on account of her earlier exchange with Grahatia. It is decided that you will check on her, to which end you must first make your way to Gridania. Okay. To Gridania we go. Well, we've seen 8 of them, right? So...
Seen...
Oh wait, how many?
Alone, the Fury. Mefina, the Lover.
Yes.
We haven't seen this one, you say?
Lymei. We've seen Lymei, yeah. That's the sister of Alsik.
We've seen Byragot, the Builder.
Yep. That's the...
Ralgar.
Yep, Ralgar the Destroyer. Okay, so that's the one on the hand. Yeah.
And we've seen Naltal.
And we've seen Naltal. So how many is that?
And Altic.
And Alsik. So that's 8,
so
right?
We're still missing... No, we also see Nuffica.
Who's Nuffica?
The matron. The tender
that's the
harvest. Yeah. Farmer.
The farmer, yeah.
We haven't seen the warden.
Yep.
As Sima.
Okay.
Exima. Ashan, the wanderer.
Oh yeah, I wonder who that is. Okay.
I wonder who that is. Using a bow. I wonder who that is.
Wait, have we seen him use a bow though?
He has a bow, right?
Does he? I don't remember seeing it.
Limlin?
Okay.
The navigator.
Okay.
And then Taliak, the scholar.
We haven't seen those 4, right? 4 of them?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4.
So we've seen 8 already.
Yeah.
Okay. Alone says, as I understand it, mortals hold that Nuffica and I are at odds. Like other details about us, you are free to believe what you wish. Nuffica and I are at odds. Okay. Memphina says, for all his preference for solitude, Derek suddenly seems concerned for the welfare of others. How very intriguing. I know, kind of sus, right? Derek says, so here we are in Gridania. Can you sense Nuffica and Bergot? Memphina says, I do, but something is strange. Alone says, indeed, they appear to be in different places. Nuffica is the nearer of the two and is quite close by. I shall go and find her. Derek says, wait, you mustn't go off on your own. Derek says, confound it all, after her, Klaudez. Why are you so, like... acting all bossy now? He's like worried something's gonna happen. In Gridania, Mepina and Haloni waste no time sensing Nafika and Bergot, but curiously note that the two are in different locations. Observing that Nafika is close by, Haloni dashes off to find her sister Goddess, and you hurry after her. Nafika says, "Oh, have you already finished visiting your stones?" Derek says, "I'd thank you not to do that again." Okay. Haloni says, "There she is." Nafika says, "Well now, I wasn't expecting to see you all here. Is aught the matter?" Derek says, "You're supposed to be with Kral and Bergot. Where are they?" Nafika says, "Oh, we became separated while I was distracted listening to the elementals. The beings are the voice of those who call the wood home. As I'm the patron of this land, they cannot help but report to me." I like how she's got her hands on her face. Look at her. Her hands just on her face the whole time.
What is she supposed to be?
I don't know. Derek says, "You gods can sense each other. Even should you have become separate, shouldn't it be a simple matter to find them again?" Alone says, "Indeed, it would seem you are keeping something from us, Nafika." Something serious? Uh-oh. Nafika says, "Oh, Haloni, there's simply no fooling you. Very well, I shall confess all. The child Crow wanted to visit our stones alone, you see, to complete her task without us watching over her. We merely respected that wish. With her abilities, I do not believe she's in any danger, but the warrior that he is, Bergot decided to follow after her discreetly." Amphina says, "If that is her wish, then indeed we must abide by it." Nafika says, "As for Bergot, yes, I sent him in a place men call the South Shroud." Derek says, "One of the stones is situated there, I believe, near Camp Tranquil. Let us search that area for Bergot. If we find him, we should find Kral as well." What's going on with Kral again?
Yeah. You being sus again?
They're being controlled again. Alone leads you true, and you locate Nafika in the altar of her namesake. When pressed as to why she isn't with the others, the matron explains that Kral wished to complete her task without divine supervision. Bergot still follows her discreetly, however, and so you decide to rendezvous with the builder who is near Camp Tranquil in the South Shroud. Okay. Teleport? Like, Kral has no reason to be sus unless she's like, you know how, like, she was the thing between, she was the, I don't know what you say, how you say it, but, or,
Like a host?
Like a host,
or...
yeah. What's her name?
Heidelin.
Heidelin, yeah, there you go. Heidelin, she was the host for Heidelin, yeah.
I was trying to think of her other name.
You search the broken barrel but find no god disguised as an adorable critter. Oh, he's here. You see something over there?
Yeah.
Oh. Rustling undergrowth. You scout the undergrowth but see no signs of Bergot. It must have simply been the wind. Bergot says, "What brings you all here?" Derek says, "We understand you've been following Kral. Where is she?" Over there. Having acquired information from my stone, she now makes for Althix. I keep my distance to avoid being seen and was about to continue on when you appeared. Africa says Althix Stone is her last destination, is it not? Let us all go and meet her there. Bergot says, "If everyone so wishes, then very well. To hasten our passage, I shall call upon Master Ralgar's servants to bear the mortals." Wow, you carrying us? What's happening?
Seems like it.
No? What the hell was
What?
all that? Bergut informs you that Crow now makes her way to Althic Stone. In order to hasten your passage, he summons a pair of Ralgor's hawks to bear you and Derek. Oh, the hawks are here. There it is. Derek says, it seems we have the use of these hawks. Let's see if we can spot Kral from above. I will bring our companions so you needn't worry about them. Are you ready? Yes. Oh. Flying. Go, my feathered friend, fly like the wind. Oh, what? I must thank you, Klaudez. Talking to you helped me find the resolve to seek out Kryl. No signs of her here. Let's continue on to Althic Stone. There she is already. She certainly wasted no time. You good, Kryl? Kryl says, well now, did you come all this way just to check on me? Kryl says, I've been on edge, worrying that I might stumble into Odin, so you gave me a bit of a fright. Derek says, Nafika tells us that you wish to travel alone. What prompted you to send the gods away? Kryl says, it's difficult to explain. I suppose I wanted to seek the answers in my own way. As the gods told us, if we wish to know the truth, we must discover it for ourselves. In spite of this, they've seen fit to not only set us upon the right path, but accompany us besides. This bespeaks the faith that they have in man's spirit of inquiry, and it gives me heart. After all, it is the self-same spirit that defines the students of Valdician. Like everyone, I want to uncover the truth of the 12, to know their aspirations and understand them. And having seen a dear friend embark on countless adventures, I've developed a desire to see and experience the world for myself. There are dangers out there, of course, but I wanted to prove that I could handle them and perform my task. Oh, she just wants to be independent. Without mommy and daddy holding her hand. Derek says, I see, indeed. As much as we can learn from others, there's no substitute for seeing with one's own eyes. And in yours, I see the gleam of yearning for exploration and discovery. It reveals to me the love you bear for our star, and it makes me glad. What's this all of a sudden? It's embarrassing when you say such things with a straight face. Right then, I've yet to acquire the information here, so I'll tend to it at once. Perhaps you'd like to wait for me at Quarry Mill? You and Derek take to the air in search of Kryl and find her already at the stone. There she reveals that it was the desire to seek the answers in her own way and prove herself capable that prompted her to send the gods away. Your concerns thus laid to rest, Kryl then turns to the task of extracting information and bids you await her in Quarry Mill. This is so random. Like it's just like all of a sudden Kryl just wants to be independent, and we're thinking this is something more than that. Like oh, she's acting sus, or this guy's acting sus, but or the red robe guy, he could be evil. But no, none of that has happened. It's literally just like, oh, okay, just a little bit of character development, I guess. Alone. What's up?
Minfina. Just a little info.
Yeah.
What I just read. Ocean, right? Ocean. Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
His wife is Minfina.
Ashern? Who's Ashern?
Ashun.
Ashen?
That's one of the 12, which we think is Derek.
Oh, okay, the Wanderer.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Mefina is his wife, and his best friend is Halone. How are we set up here?
Yeah, I see it, yeah. And, I mean, he was acting all worried about her just a second
Yeah.
ago. Okay. So maybe he's not sus. Halone says, in this land, those voices raised in praise for Nafika are especially strong. Mempina says, Nafika and Bergot are also kind, are they not? Maybe there's no bad story here. It's just all good. Derek says, let's wait here for Kryle. Nafika and Bergot are with her, so she will be fine. First the man at Memphina's mark, and now Kryle. In the course of traveling with you and yours, it seems I inevitably end up encroaching upon others' lives. Ook, ook, ook. Ah, yours as well, though nothing binds you to me. You followed me ever since I tended your wounds. You're free to go anywhere, you know. A person's life belongs to that person alone. Others can't be expected to assume responsibility for it, and thus it is wrong to interfere. Maybe the Oppo Oppo was the only sus one. Alas, once I've glimpsed someone's heart, I find I can't avert my gaze. It truly is difficult to be amidst people.
I like how we are just saying, oh, this person
It's
is
sus. Because normally something bad's supposed to happen. You're supposed to have some villain or something. But maybe there's no villain here. The secret of the 12. Derek casts a languid gaze to and fro. Derek says it doesn't take too long to extract the information. Kryle should be here any moment now. Kryle says, apologies for the wait. With that, I've obtained information from all of my stones. You've taken care of yours already, yes? Thank you for worrying about me. While it's good to know that I can handle myself, I'm heartened to be doing this with you all. Kryle says, I owe you thanks as well, Bergot and Nafika, for accepting my request with good grace. Bergot says, think not of it. You did well to see your task through, little one. Nafika says, indeed. Come, come, let us all return to the Oompa Loompas. Alright, back to the Oompa Loompas we go.
Oompa Loompa.
Oompa Loompa Loompa Dee Doo. Having extracted the information from her final stone, Kryle rejoins you in Quarry Mill. She expresses her thanks to her, to her companions, mortal and divine alike, and together you make your way back to the Oompa Loompas. Alright, let's go. We're back! Honey, I'm home! Grass says, you took your time, Claude. Did something happen? Snowgime says, ah, so you rendezvoused with Kryle. How was your experience with the Gaunts, if I may ask? Raha says, not only did you help a disillusioned man find his way, you looked in on Kryle besides. Thank you, Claude, and you as well, Derek. Derek says, I fear I overstepped my bounds, but what's done is done. And Pina says, we shall return to our sanctums. You have our gratitude for the delightful time. Imea says, by holding your instruments out to the monument, you will be able to augment this missing information. Be well, dear children. Bye-bye. Gra says, shall we then? Raul says amazing. What was impossible to decipher is now crystal clear. Raul says, without further ado, I shall read out the epigraph. As beings, this is the Oompa Loompas monument, says, as beings who endure by the will of the star, we are susceptible to the influence of hopes and prayers. Thus do we commit our yokes herein, lest we stray from our purpose. He who is named Burgot shall preside over construction, his duty to fortify the works of men and encourage them to build. He who is named Ralgar shall preside over destruction, his duty to galvanize the star's beating heart and facilitate mankind's regeneration. She who is named Azima shall preside over the sun, her duty to nurture its life-giving light and illuminate the truth for all to see. He who is named Nalthal shall preside over the subterrane, his duty to make gleam the riches hidden in the darkest depths and in men themselves. She who is named Nofika shall preside over fertility, her duty to be a farmer, to fill the land with life and prepare a path of peace and plenty. He who is named Althik shall preside over space and time, his duty to endow the star with material vigor that mankind's search may never cease. She who is named Halone shall preside over the glaciers, her duty to hold the melting ice at bay and imbue men with constancy and tranquility. She who is named Memphina shall preside over the moon, her duty to perpetuate the turning of night and day and foster love in hearts of all. He who is named Thaliak shall preside over the rivers, his duty to quench the thirst of men and water their minds with wisdom. She who is named Nymea shall preside over the stars, her duty to preserve the celestial fabric of the seasons and weave the threads of men's lives. She who is named Lymei shall preside over the seas, her duty to administer the tides and inspire men to come together as one and seek new horizons. He who is named Oshon shall preside over the mountains, his duty to sustain the breadth of the firmament and in wandering share in men's solitude. He who is unnamed shall watch unflinching, his duty to stand guard over his charge always and unto the end. Ooh.
It's the Apo. He who shall not be named is Voldemort.
It's Voldemort. Raul says there are epigraphs. There the epigraph concludes. We've been given quite a lot to ponder. You arrive in the Oompa Loompas to find Grahatia and Snowgime already returned from their respective pilgrimages. After the gods take their leave, you use the information you acquired to complete the monument's epigraph. Appearing to be written by the god themselves, it explains that they were brought forth by the will of the star before going on to describe the duties of each deity. The revelations have given you and your companions much to ponder, and you all sink into contemplative silence. Derek says, curiouser and curiouser. Snowgime says, writing about the gods written by the gods themselves, this is utterly unprecedented. Raul says, our yokes, lest we stray. Rahatia says, hopes and prayers influencing their nature. Have you any thoughts on the contents of the epigraph, Klaudez? The prayers of her faithful made Halone more imposing. The worship of Dalimud brought forth Memphina's hound. Okay. No, Game says, you mean to say that the prayers have changed the 12 into their present forms? This is rather hard to believe. Given what we now know of Dynamis, I believe it is entirely possible. In the presence of that energy, hopes and prayers have more tangible results than one might expect. Its power may be curved upon our star, but over thousands of years of worship it could have influenced the gods in various ways. Ways such as that which Klaudez just described for one, others that come to mind are Helona's shield and spear, which reflect her status as a goddess of war, and Lymei's spinning wheel, which is an apt apparatus for a goddess of fate. Thus did they create this monument, this yoke, that they may never lose sight of their duty, no matter how much they may change. Ral says, I'm inclined to agree with Raha. The gods wrote that they endure by the will of the star. Who that refers to, we all know too well. Eidolon. By sundering reality, she must have known that she would shake the very foundation of existence. Anticipating the potential chaos, I suspect she changed her collaborators with maintaining stability. Raha says if this is true, then might not the 13th unnamed being be the Watcher on the Moon? Ral says, the pieces suddenly fall into place. I wonder if he would be willing to share what he knows. As it stands, we've yet to encounter 3 gods. Wait, 3 of them? Only 3? As there's no telling what may happen once we've fought them all, I believe we should try to uncover as much of the truth as we can, the better to know how to proceed. To that end, ere we seek out the Watcher, Raha and I shall return to Sharlayan to compile our findings, the data from the analyzer not least of all. Snowgime says, to think that the investigation might lead us to the moon. I eagerly look forward to the next stage of our fieldwork. This guy's acting awful quiet. Raha says, Klaudez, like as not, yet more grueling encounters with the gods await. You should rest up and gather your strength. Derek says, not long now ere we arrive at the truth. You good, Derek? For the longest time I've journeyed alone, not involving myself in the affairs of others, but I've enjoyed our time together. You've undertaken the investigation with all earnestness, and it has been a pleasure to be part of it. When I imagine the moment we must part ways, I can't help but be saddened, and it surprises me that I feel that way. Forgive me, I didn't mean to wax sentimental. If you'll excuse me, I shall head outside for some fresh air. You are outside, what are you talking about? Let me go outside. Snowgime says, there he goes again. Klaudez, do you suppose you could follow after him? I can't quite say why, but I feel as though he'll suddenly vanish one day, never to return. Yeah, Derek won't exist anymore. He'll be his god form. What did you say his name was?
Ocean.
Ocean? Okay. Snowgime says, you know, I can't help but wonder why Derek came to us for help. As an explorer, didn't he want to keep the glory of discovery for himself? I, for one, would have gone over the Phantom Realm with a fine-toothed comb alone before thinking to tell a single soul. Rahatia posits that the gods created the epigraph so that they might never lose sight of their duty, no matter how much their nature might be altered over millennia. And Kral, identifying the will of the star as Eidolon, turns her attention to the Watcher on the Moon, who could well be the 13th unnamed being. As it stands, you have yet to encounter 3 of the 12, and there's no telling what may happen once you fought them all. In order to determine how best to proceed, Growl and Gratia decide to return to Shaolin to compile your findings. Derek also excuses himself and heads out of the Oompa Loompas, but Snowguy bids you follow after, this aloof explorer, unsettled by his melancholy musings. Okay. Let's go after him.
I forgot one that we saw, by the way. Asema.
Asema, who was that? The Phoenix?
She was the one with the fan.
The fire one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Azima? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, we're just missing 3, huh? And then the unnamed one. Or is 3 including the unnamed one?
No, 3 and then the
unnamed one. Okay. Derek says, "Oh, to see you, Klaudez. What is it?" Derek says, "Snowguy's worried that I'll suddenly vanish, you say?" Well, as the saying goes, all things must come to an end, whether we will it or no. When our work is finished, we must go on our separate ways.
Why you get so close on me?
Wait, did I?
Yeah.
Doing so will sadden me, as you know. Yet that sadness is part of the joy I have derived from our companionship.
Companionship.
So I will accept it when the time comes and strive with you to the last. Ook.
Ook.
Yes, 13th? As you know, my friend, I would rather you live your own life, but having helped you, I won't send you away against your will. Well, you are a busy man, so I won't keep you. As before, rest assured I will share with you any tidings I receive from Krile. Take care, my friend, and see you again in due course. And there we go. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. All right, that is that for now.
Yeah.